Don't blink, it's your boy Hank. Welcome to the Welcome to the show. Guys are doing well, you guys are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening. We're doing another review on the 15th September. The sun's about to go down, but I still have the time. We have a couple of minutes left. Ooh, my apologies, disgusting. My apology, disgusting. Delicious. So we're doing Dexter season 1, episode 1. You see, I'm sorry for swearing, but I'm a slut. Yeah, I'm a complete slut. The reason why I'm like that is because I'll spend time on TikTok and I'll see a couple of edits of a show and I'll want to watch this. So, in March, I lost my job. In April, I wanted to start watching Dexter because it came back on Netflix. I saw a couple episodes and I'm like, not really. Then I saw a couple of edits of Dexter and how good the show is, and I gave it another chance. So Dexter, we have a very good introduction. The first episode is amazing. We already have, in the first couple of minutes, we have a killing from Dexter. Who is Dexter? Dexter is a police that kills killer. So Dexter has this, it's not clear what he has, but he has to kill. And we'll continue with the story and then you'll see why. He's a police officer. So the first thing you saw is the beach. We're in Miami. We got to, right away. Dexter is, the first episode is good. It's cringe, what we love. So the very first episode, we start with, I took notes, thank God, because I don't remember. We have the first kill again, which is a guy that takes advantage. So he's a guy that runs a choir and takes advantage of the little boy in the choir. So Dexter kill him. We have the sister. So the first one we see is Dexter is a police officer. That's about himself a little bit, and the only character in the show that's about is his sister Debbie. Him and her are super close. We learned that Dexter was really he was adopted, and Dexter right away talks about his dad, and we see that he really respects his dad, and he's like, yeah, my father taught me how to kill, and what is nice about this is in the very first beginning, you're told Dexter kills. So Dexter is not a hero. You're like, wait a second, this guy killed. It's about a serial killer, right? That's not a good thing. But then you watch shows like Breaking Bad, which is about a dude that sells meth. I don't know. If you had a choice, would you choose a killer or would you choose somebody that ruins life? I'd choose a killer. That's me though. Then we have the dad. Of course, we talk about the sister. We don't talk about the mom, which is something that's kind of weird. We have a crime scene. The crime scene, what is cool is it's a good way to introduce the scene. We have and just a bit of a. I'm gonna sound racist, but in the very first thing he says, Dexter is, we're in Miami. I love the Cuban food here. So there's a Cuban culture. And the first kind of co-cop, we know he's a cop. Well, I don't know if he's a cop. He's part of the police force. I don't know if he's a cop in itself. He's a Cuban, and they make him talk Spanish. They make him talk a couple word here, a couple word there. That way, we know that he's Spanish. Oh yeah, this guy is laughing. So we're gonna make him speak Spanish. Right, there's this boss, which we meet everybody except for Oaks. Oaks is super important. We have we have this boss who's trying to sleep with him. So you see that Dexter is quite charming. You see that Dexter blends in properly. You see that Dexter is liked by his peers. He might be a killer, but he's with cops and he's liked by his peers. We talk about with him and his sister. His sister, the actress, is really pretty, by the way. They have this really cool relationship. See, there's time in the very first episode where Dexter talks about himself, and Dexter is like, yo, I'm cold, I don't feel a lot of emotion, I'm weird, I don't like people. There's a lot of time where Dexter talks badly about other people, and in the first episode there's two people that he kind of likes. The first one being his sister, the second one being his girlfriend. Now, his girlfriend has kids, and he really likes the kids. He's a good father to them. He's a good father figure to them. We don't know if that's part of the thing with Dexter is he's a killer, but he plays a character that's not a killer. So he has to pretend like, oh no, I'm not a killer. So you see him act properly. You see him act like a nice guy, but you know it's an act because he is a killer, which is confirmed in the first thirds of the show. We have Oaks and Dex. Oaks is the only person, is a cop, and you can see that right away he doesn't like Dexter, which is kind of cool because Dexter presents itself as the same formula of NCIS. So the same formula as NCIS, you got a episode, a case, multiple suspects. Dexter is an episode, a case, an episode, a case, an episode, a case, right? My apologies. And Oaks seems to be the villain in the story because technically the villain here is Dex because he kills. Oaks is another police officer, but Oaks does keep Dex in place. And the nicest thing here is that Dexter knows that Oaks has a bad feeling about him. Dexter knows that Oaks is onto him. We have the murder, the lore story. So basically, we see his father. He saw him kill a couple of animals, and he's like, "Why are you doing this? I cannot stop that." His father is a cop. He said, "Yo, I understand. I'm not judging you. I'll help you." We don't know how we help him. We don't know how he does. We talk about a Harry code. We don't know what the Harry code is. Harry being his father's name. Okay, because Okay, right. We see the. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my mistake. We're seeing the murder lore story. So, we have a murderer. What is the cool thing is you got the police officer that are doing a scene, and Dexter knows who's the killer, so he kills the killer. Which again, the goal of the show. We know that he kills hookers. So his sister being a hooker. What is kind of cool is they don't show it, but his sister plays a hooker to get close to the investigation, and the guy kills only hooker. So it could be seen as, oh, his sister is in danger of being killed, and that's why Dexter is so protective of her. Because there is a relationship. His sister, how can I say this? There is a relationship with them, and you can clearly see that he has an older brother. You can clearly see that she comes to him for help. Doesn't come to her for help. She does help him, but she doesn't know. She gives him information without knowing. See? I cannot stand audio pollution. It makes me go nuts. All of those people are gonna die at the same time. Why hunk? Understand killer? Okay, cool. We see that Dex, he understands the killer because he is one, which is kind of cool. It goes to show that most show would show a killer and say, hey, this is not cool. Why are you doing that? And it is still a police show, but with Dexter it's interesting because he doesn't judge them. There's even the guy in the beginning said, "Oh, I cannot help myself. I have to," and Dexter's like, "Yeah, I understand how you feel. I cannot help myself too. I wouldn't touch little kids, but I know what you feel." And it's nice because they're showing people that are sick. Now, do I believe if you're a killer you're automatically sick? No. I believe some of those people are sick in the head. Sadly, yes. He is one. Perfect. You talk about sex because again, you talk about hookers. His boss, he's trying to flirt with him. He's like, I don't like sex. Talk about his girlfriend, right? I wrote sociopath because he doesn't like people. This might be why he doesn't like sex. But his girlfriend she was raped by her ex-boyfriend, her ex-husband, so she doesn't like sex, so it's perfect. We have the kids, right? Oh, cool. There's a really nice scene where he's talking with other people and they're doing, it's so beautiful. That scene, they're opening crabs, so they have this little hammer and they're breaking the shell. And he's looking at them and said, they're so savage. They're so murdered. I'm a murderer and I'm a real murderer, but they act so violently. They don't even realize it, right? So you have this scene where he looks at her and she smiles at him and he's like, not her, she's special. So again, when you think about Dexter, when you think about how unlikely he is to like people, the fact that he likes her means a lot, right? Even if it wasn't love, even if it wasn't, we don't know why he's dating her. We don't know if it's to seem normal. I don't know what it is, but Miami Queen food, nice. See the killer. What? Okay. We see a killer. It's complicated because there's two killers. There's the hooker killer, right, which Dexter kills, and there's a second killer which is a lot more crazy. He's a serial killer. He chops his victim up, which is the person that Dexter is really interested in. by seeing the killer, Dexter goes to a crime scene, and by seeing the killer, right, he's becoming very excited, becomes sexually excited. So there is some sexual feeling, there's sexual need, right? Which means that he is more human than he make it seem. The fact that he's excited is something he cannot control. And there's a really nice scene here where he's making advance to his girlfriend, and he's after that he regrets it. It's like he still has impulses, just doesn't know how to channel them. And it's by killing he lives, you know? Code of Harry. We learn about the Code of Harry, the code of his father. He's like, hey, there's a cool scene between his father and his son, right? Where he said maybe before you got adopted, maybe something is pushing you to kill, but I'll help you. So the Code of Harry, from what we know, is there's people that deserve to die, some people that deserve to go to jail, some people that deserve to die. So his father is a police officer, and he's like, yo, well, we'll help you. And his thing is like, if you have to kill the right people, kill the wrong people, kill the criminal, kill the right people. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you the ending because again I don't want to spoil it. That's basically it. So first episode, super good, really enjoyable. We like Dexter. It's a bit too. What can I say? It's a bit too cliche for me. So you get the Cuban guy that has to speak Spanish, the police officer, and of course, everybody likes Dexter. He's a superstar. He's a killer. You have the sister that constantly needs him. The show revolves around Dexter, and Dexter is seen as this godly figure. You can do no wrong, right? Which is nice because Oaks comes in and is like, no, I don't like you. And I don't know if it's to picture, if to show how Dex is good at manipulating or being liked by people. But it is a bit too cliche. It's a bit too copy for me. Because when I say it's a bit too copy, I understand that I grew up with shows like NCIS. I grew up with shows like that. I watched a lot of that. And the problem with that is I saw that so many times that I got sick of it. So when I see a police show, thinking the same thing. Anywho, long enough video. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.